Hey everyone, welcome back to Easy English with PJ, where real English helps you survive real life.
Okay, real talk. Last week I walked into a bank and completely froze. I was there to deal with a wire transfer. The teller asked me one simple question, and I just stood there, completely blank. I said, can you move my money to the other place?
The other place.
The other place. That is literally what I said, to a professional, in a real bank.
And you know what? I think a lot of people listening have had that exact same moment. You know what you want to say, but you just don't have the words for it. And that feeling, that's exactly why we made this episode. I'm PJ.
And I'm Logan, and today, PJ is going to make sure I never say the other place again.
We're going full survival mode today. By the end of this episode, you'll have the exact phrases you need to walk into any bank in an English-speaking country and handle your business with confidence.
No more other place.
No more other place. Let's go. Okay, Logan, before we do any role-playing or practice conversations, I want to make sure you understand the foundation. Because if you get this wrong, everything else gets confusing. There are two main types of bank accounts, and most people use both.
Okay, hit me.
The first one is a checking account. Think of this as your everyday account. Money comes in from your job, and money goes out when you pay for things. It's always moving. Checking is for spending.
So like my daily life account.
Exactly. And the second one is a savings account. That money mostly sits still. You put it there to hold on to it, grow it, save it for something important. The bank actually pays you a little bit for keeping money in savings.
Wait, the bank pays me?
They do. It's called interest. It's a small percentage of your balance that the bank adds over time just because you're keeping money there.
So checking is for spending and savings is for growing.
If you remember nothing else from this section, remember that. Checking is for spending, savings is for growing. And here's a phrase you'll hear at the bank when they ask which account you want to use. Would you like that from your checking or savings? Now you know exactly what they mean, and you can answer right away.
From my checking, please. Done.
Done. That was easy. All right, this next part is one of my favorites. I'm going to tell you what a lot of English learners actually say at the bank, and we're going to swap it out for what sounds completely natural.
Ready. And I have a feeling some of these are going to be things I've actually said.
Probably. Okay, situation 1. You want to put cash into your account. A lot of learners say, I want to put money in my account. Now, is that wrong?
It seems okay to me.
A teller will understand you for sure. But the word every bank uses, every ATM screen uses, every form uses is deposit. To deposit means to put money in. So the natural way to say it is I'd like to make a deposit, or I need to deposit some cash.
And deposit works as both a verb and a noun?
Great catch. Yes. I want to deposit $200 is the verb. I'd like to make a deposit is the noun. Both are totally correct.
Okay, what's the next one?
Situation 2. You want to take cash out. A learner says, can I get my money out, please?
I have said that exact thing.
And it works. But the word on every ATM, every form, every teller conversation is withdraw. To withdraw means to take money out. I'd like to withdraw $60, or I need to make a withdrawal.
So withdraw is the verb and withdrawal is the noun.
Exactly right. Same pattern as deposit. And situation 3, you want to know how much money you have. A lot of learners say, I want to see how much money is in my account, which is fine. But the smooth, natural way is just, can I check my balance, please? Your balance is the total amount of money currently in your account.
Balance, deposit, withdraw. Those 3 words are doing a lot of heavy lifting, aren't they?
Those 3 words get you through probably 70% of all basic bank conversations. Get those locked in, and you're already way ahead. Now let's talk about something people don't explain enough: the difference between a debit card and a credit card. A lot of learners use these words interchangeably, and they are actually very different things.
Okay, I think I know this one. One is your own money and one is borrowed money.
That is honestly a perfect way to describe it. A debit card is connected straight to your bank account. When you use it, money leaves your account immediately. It's your money, you're spending it right now.
And credit?
A credit card is the bank saying, "We'll pay for this right now and you pay us back later." Every time you swipe a credit card, you're taking a small loan from the bank.
And if you forget to pay it back?
Then you pay interest. That same word we talked about with savings accounts, except now it works the other way around. The bank charges you a percentage on top of what you owe. Credit cards are useful for building credit history, but they can get people into serious trouble if they're not careful.
So for someone just getting started, debit is the safer choice.
For most beginners, yes. Now, your debit card also comes with a PIN, PIN, Personal Identification Number. That's your 4-digit secret code that you use at the ATM or when you pay in a store.
What if I forget my PIN? Can I just call the bank and ask them what it is?
This is actually a really important point. The bank will never tell you your PIN over the phone, and they will never ask for it either. If anyone calls you claiming to be your bank and asks for your PIN, that is fraud.
Fraud, meaning someone is trying to steal from me.
Exactly. Fraud is when someone tries to take your money through tricks or deception. Fake phone calls, fake websites, using your card without your permission. All of that is fraud. And if banking English has ever made you nervous about dealing with situations like this, you're definitely not alone. That's exactly why knowing these phrases matters so much. If you ever see something strange on your account, a charge you don't recognize, you go to the bank or call them and say, "I'd like to report a suspicious charge on my account." That phrase tells them immediately that something might be wrong, and they take it very seriously.
I'd like to report a suspicious charge on my account. Okay, that's a really important one.
Write that one down. Okay, this is the moment. We're going to do a full role play. I'm the teller, you're the customer. You need to do 3 things. Check your balance, make a withdrawal, and ask about sending money to a friend.
Hi there. I have a few things I need to take care of today, if that's okay.
Of course. How can I help you?
First, could I check the balance on my checking account, please?
Absolutely. Can I see your debit card or your account number?
Sure, here's my card.
Thank you. Your current balance is $412.
Perfect. I'd also like to make a withdrawal. $80 in cash, please.
No problem. Would you like that in 20s?
Yes, please. And one more thing. I need to send some money to a friend's account. How do I go about doing that?
Sure. That's called a wire transfer or a bank transfer. You'll need your friend's account number and their bank's routing number. Do you have those?
I have the account number. What exactly is a routing number?
Great question. In the US, a routing number is a 9-digit code that identifies the specific bank your friend uses. Think of it like a zip code, but for the bank itself rather than a street address. Your friend can find it on their bank's website or on one of their personal checks.
Got it. I'll get that from them and come back. Thank you so much.
Of course. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, that's everything. I really appreciate it.
Okay. And that's the scene. Logan, you just handled all 3 of those perfectly.
I didn't say the other place once.
Not once. You used balance, withdrawal, account number, routing number, wire transfer, all of it, naturally. And I want to point something out. When you didn't know what a routing number was, you asked, "What exactly is a routing number?" That is the right move every single time. Tellers answer that question 10 times a day. Never pretend you understand something you don't when it involves your money.
That's such good advice. The asking part used to really make me nervous.
And that's completely normal. But here's the thing. The teller wants the conversation to go smoothly just as much as you do. When you ask a clarifying question, you're actually making their job easier. We have 2 more things to cover before the recap. First one is your bank statement. Logan, what do you think a bank statement is?
Like a summary of everything that happened in my account?
Spot on. The statement is an official document, usually monthly, that lists every single transaction, every deposit, every withdrawal, every transfer. It also shows your balance at the beginning of the month and your balance at the end.
I feel like I can just check my app for that, though. Why do I actually need the statement?
2 big reasons. 1, it's an official record. If you apply for an apartment, a loan, or a visa, you will often be asked to provide bank statements as proof of your finances. 2, it's how you catch mistakes or fraud. If a charge shows up that you didn't make, your statement is where you find it and report it.
Can I get it online?
Almost always, yes. In your banking app, there's usually a section called Statements or Documents. You can download them as a PDF anytime you need one.
Okay. And what about overdraft? I keep hearing that word, and I'm not totally sure what it means.
So, overdraft is what happens when you try to spend more money than you actually have in your account. Say your balance is $50 and you try to pay for something that costs $80. You're $30 short.
Does the payment just fail?
It depends on your account. Some banks will decline the transaction, which is honestly the safer outcome. Other banks will actually cover it for you, but then they charge an overdraft fee on top.
How much is the fee?
It varies by bank, but it can be anywhere from $25 to $35 per overdraft. And if it happens multiple times in one day, it adds up shockingly fast.
So the lesson is always know your balance.
Always. And most banking apps let you set up alerts, so you get a text message when your balance drops below a certain amount. That's one of the easiest ways to avoid it. Okay, let's lock everything in. I'm going to give you a situation, and Logan, you give me the phrase. This is how we know it actually stuck.
I'm ready. Let's go.
You want to know how much money you have.
Could I check my balance, please?
You want to put cash in your account.
I'd like to make a deposit.
You need cash out.
I need to make a withdrawal, or I'd like to withdraw $60.
You see a charge you don't recognize.
I'd like to report a suspicious charge on my account.
You want to send money to a friend.
I need to set up a wire transfer. Can you help me with that?
The teller said something and you didn't catch it.
I'm sorry, could you say that one more time, a little more slowly?
And you need your official monthly transaction record.
Where can I access my statement?
That's a perfect score.
PJ, I think I'm ready to run a bank.
Let's hold off on that. But seriously, you just proved that banking in English is absolutely learnable. You don't need perfect English. You need the right phrases, a little confidence, and the willingness to ask when something isn't clear.
And honestly, practicing at an ATM first is such a good move too. You see all the real vocabulary on the screen: withdrawal, deposit, balance, and there's zero pressure because you're just by yourself.
That is such a good point. Low stakes, real practice. Get comfortable with the words on the screen before you're standing at a counter with someone waiting on you. All right, before we go, we want to hear from you. Here is today's question for the comments.
What is one banking word or phrase in English that confused you the first time you heard it? And what did you think it meant? Drop it below because we read every single comment. And honestly, some of the answers are going to be really fun to read.
And if this episode helped you, share it with someone who's about to move to an English-speaking country or open their first bank account. That is exactly the person who needs this most.
Thanks so much for watching English with PJ. We'll see you in the next one.
Take care, everyone.